A creature floats before you, hidden inside the bulk of its armour-cloth robes, unmoving and unmoved by your presence. Exactly who or what the thing is, man or machine, mutant or monster, is impossible to discern. Its glass face reveals nothing but your reflection, its mechanical voice reveals nothing at all. You recall that this creature is known as a Philethis, but you don't know anything else about them.
Exquisite.
Exquisite?
No, it is not. You ask, but the world renews.
Do you know anything about the sorrow? About the resonance chamber built by the changing god?
I know it shall be 3. I know the first cannot be trusted. I know one changes as you change. I know they seek an undoing.
Tell me about yourself.
The aperture whistles for it runs, a fearful sound. Perhaps even for the aperture.
Farewell. As you step away, the Philethis swivels to keep its glass face trained upon you. As you approach the duo, you see that they are arguing heatedly but quietly. The petite woman turns towards you. Her hair is unusual, a light almost yellow colour, and her bright eyes dominate her pretty face.
Excuse me, sir. My friend and I were having a discussion, and...
Her eyes fall upon your tattoo and her breath catches audibly in her throat. Her partner is an unnaturally tall man, gaunt and sour-faced, his voice sonorous, with fingers that twitch and weave through strange contortions. Occasional light sparks in the air as he does. He turns to you and opens his mouth to speak, registers your tattoo and closes it again. His throat bobs for a moment, and he says,
"It is an honor."
I've brought someone you should meet. These are Casmeen and Mimeon. They're the leaders of the local branch of your church.
You have our thanks for the introduction, Alligern. Our deepest thanks. If I might impose on your time for a moment, will you tell me about your tattoo? How did you shape it? Do you know why it differs from the others?
I don't know much about my tattoo. What does it mean to you?
You've been touched by the changing. His mind sheltered in you. He shared his dreams, his powers, and with your mind, when he left your body, he created you. That tattoo, it marks you, all of you. With his symbol, it grows and changes as you mature, so that it becomes your symbol instead. There are more of you. They're called the cast-offs.
You are welcome here, revered one. We stand ready to serve as we can. Have you any questions for us?
Do you know anything about a device called a resonance chamber?
Rumor and conjecture, nothing more. Idle speculation from those who wish to pretend to knowledge of your sire's motivations, passed along as fact. Have you seen it? Do you know where it is? What it does?
I need to know who can repair it.
So you have seen it. You have touched it. Your tattoo, it's like all the others, but this one, it's different.
I do not recognize you. You do not match any descriptions we have recorded.
Wait, let me remember. Oh my. You're new. Are you the changing?
No, I'm not the changing god.
As I thought, you are a cast-off, one of his children. There is no shame in such a thing. Many cast-offs have come to our attention, and some of them have sought to deceive us so that they might seem more important. If you are as new as we suspect, it is better for you, for us, to know the truth of your existence than to bluster and lie.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not? Well, no. Why would you lie about that? But you're new, aren't you? You're new, and have you decided what you'll do? What you'll be? Your sire's other children have done amazing things, and no doubt you will as well.
Cass, we have a request for you. Dark figures circumambulate these clock faces. I theorize that your sire's creation of the time shields that protected this city established a connection with his future selves. Given this, we believe those figures may be cast-offs, or ghosts of cast-offs perhaps, the living shells of the bodies your creator has worn previously. The clock is unmoored in time, you see. We do not have a knowledge sufficient to investigate, but you might. You have a connection with he who created the clock. You should be able to align it with the present time and uncover who those figures are. If you cannot, at least you will increase our store of knowledge.
And then we can answer the questions you must have, right?
I'll do it.
This will be a true gift to knowledge, revered one. Perhaps you can find an answer where others have failed. You will have our thanks, our boundless praise. We will answer what we can for you then. Return to us, revered one. We will wait for you.
This complex machine towers over you. Its purpose is unclear, but the three circular faces set into the ground remind you of clocks. Something is wrong with the machine, however. It's partially transparent, shimmering in the air when you look directly at it. The clock faces seem to show several different times at once. Humanoid silhouettes ripple beneath the current clock face. They seem to be watching you. You reach for the silhouetted figures. Your hand passes straight through the clock face, the figures, and the entire structure. It's as if the entire machine wasn't even there. As you pull your hand away, a memory strikes you as powerfully as if someone took a club to your chest. You are working at the clock. It is no longer transparent, but perfectly solid. There is a noise behind you. So they've come, the three traitors. They think to surprise you, but through the powers of the clock, you have foreseen this moment. There is the faintest sound of metal sliding against leather. You slap a hand on the central clock face, activating the clock's arcane powers. You're not sure what it will do to them, but it's better than what they'll do to you. There is a flash. Arcs of energy stretch out from the clock over your shoulders to your would-be attackers. You don't see what happens to them, but they quickly disappear, along with their screams. As the last shreds of the memory fade, a swell of energy passes through your body. Cold barbs prick every muscle. Suddenly, tidal forces arc from the clock to the three ancient devices in the cultist encampment. The clock recognized something inside you, or maybe vice versa. Either way, you have inadvertently activated the nearby devices. The machine is solid now. Each of the three clock faces shows a single time, though none of them point to any time measurement that you understand. You lean closer to the central clock face. Three shadowy figures still lurk within, their features almost discernible now. Suddenly, the figures surge out of the clock towards you. Intense pressure strikes your head like a steel spike. Then, everything goes black. The three figures before you are disoriented. They don't even seem to notice you at first. All three of them have a tattoo like yours. Cast-offs.
What befell us?
The woman is dressed in a powerful looking armour. Her face bears several scars, but her eyes have the innocence of a child.
Did he do something? Are we still in the clock?
I do not believe so.
The second figure is tall, dressed all in black. Its height is exaggerated further by a violet fish-like crest on the top of its head. Its large yellow eyes are squinted, scanning all around.
There was a man outside of the clock, but it wasn't.
It was him.
The third figure points at you. He is small, wiry, and tense, as though he expects danger. He carries a shield on his back.
He's a cast-off. Can't say I recognize him, though.
Who are you?
We beg your forgiveness, friend, brother. We have been through quite the trial. I am Camos. These are my friends, Diviaiticu and Villon. We are cast-offs, like you.
We were ingested into your head. I saw it. How is that possible? Who are you?
I'm a cast-off like you. I'm the latest one.
The latest? That's not possible. We faced the changing god mere days ago. And you are not the body he wore.
I think we might have been trapped in that clock for centuries, Camos. Something about it messed with our perception.
Time is an illusion. How long is the wrong question. What is this place? Where are we?
Somewhere in my mind, I think.
Yes, perhaps you're right. Our consciousnesses were ripped from our bodies when the changing god activated his clock. Then when you appeared, it happened again. Our minds ripped from their chrono prison. I cannot be certain, but I believe this is a part of some vast mental construct. Your mental construct.
What? You mean we just went from one prison to another? You did this. If this is your mind, then let us out.
I don't know how to get out of here.
Relax, friend, brother. Whether for days or centuries, we survived that clock. We will survive this. If one is an illusion, then it is not our enemy. We will find a way.
Why can't you get us out of here?
Weren't you listening? We were trapped in that clock for centuries. I'm looking for a way out, believe me. But if Diviaiticu says it's your mind, then it's your show.
So long as we live, there is hope. One of us will find a way.
I don't see any way out.
Your mind. Only you have the power to change.
What he's trying to say is that this place was created for your body. Or perhaps by your body. Our sire placed within each of us unique gifts and abilities. For example, I have never heard tell of another cast-off who could trap consciousness the way that you have. He would not have created the space for you without also giving you a means by which to move through it. Think, what other gifts did our Creator bestow upon you?
I built a path out of a deep fathom in my mind by recovering memories I had lost.
Perhaps, if there were any memories here to recover.
Maybe I just don't know what memories look like, but I don't see anything.
It would seem we are in agreement, Villon.
I chose an aspect of myself when I was born, deep in the heart of this labyrinth. Is that it?
I can see what you speak of. This aspect describes you. Just as I am vigilant, Villon is observant. Camos is foolish.
I object to that characterization.
He's not wrong, and you know it. It's the truth. Anyway, you've gotten us out of twice as much trouble as you get us into.
These aspects are descriptors of who we are, but they are not us. That you chose your aspects says quite a lot. But I do not believe that is enough to set us free.
I'm a jack of all trades.
So am I, kid. And yet we're both still stuck in here.
You see, that's just the type of thing that you do. It was a path you chose, not something our sire gave you, nor a means to freedom.
I don't think I have the ability you're talking about.
You must. We each have our gifts, given to us by our sire for a specific purpose. His purpose, of course, but a purpose nonetheless. They say, for example, that, foolish though I may be, I have 9 magical gifts of speech. That is not something I chose, nor learned, but it is who he made me to be.
I am a master of defensive arts. Our sire learned them when he was in my body, probably built my body to excel at it. I wouldn't call it a gift, but it's me. Yeah.
I am one with the shadows. I live in them. I breathe them. This is not some esoteric I discovered, but a unique ability our sire chose for me while he was in my body.
The gift is in you. Perhaps you have just forgotten. Our sire wouldn't have made this place for you without granting you the power to get out. Focus. Find the answer inside yourself.
You shut your eyes. You rifle through your memories, past everything you actually remember to those memories you didn't create yourself. There must be a key or a door, anything that would help you to escape this fathom of your mind. Just as you're about to give up, you find something, a cluster of sparks, nascent abilities deep within the core of your being. You sense the abilities to speak eloquently, to use a shield with a master's skill, to lurk among the shadows as though they were home. None of these seem particularly suited to creating a path out of this place. But as you sift through them, you know that you are trapped here, not because it is some puzzle that your sire left you to solve, but because you are not yet whole. This is another part, the last part, of deciding who you are. In completing yourself, you will be able to open a path back to the calm of your mind.
That's it! You did it!
Does that mean we can go back to the real world?
I do not think so, Villon. But it does mean that we are free. Finally. Thank you, friend. Go. We will follow.
I saw what happened. Are you alright? That thing almost killed you.
What did happen?
It blasted you out of that part of your mind. The sorrow must be gathering its strength, taking spaces in your mind to keep you from reaching your full potential. I don't know why it doesn't just destroy you. Maybe the fragments aren't strong enough. Yet. It's alright though. We have more important things to do, right? Like, get that chamber fixed.
I think I'm ready to go. Farewell.
You fixed the clock. I knew you could do it. I knew it. You must tell us, what did you see? Who were those figures? Where were they cast off? What did they say?
Patience, Cass. We must first congratulate our guest. Masterfully done, revered one. A performance worthy of your sire. You are most welcome here. And we do have answers for your questions, revered one. That is, as soon as we hear the report of what you have found.
Tell us.
I met Camos, Diviaiticu, and Villon.
I know these names. They're not new to us. They were favored servants of our Creator. Cast-offs who served him well.
Nevertheless, we will honor our arrangement. You have sought answers about who might repair the resonance chamber. We know that your sire built it with the aid of another cast-off, still unknown to us. Perhaps one of your siblings might know where to find him, or her. I know of only one other cast-off still in the city, the albino assassin Matkina. They call her the White Death. She wore a camouflaging cloak and brought destruction in her wake. The last I heard of her, she was in the underbelly. Seek her, but be wary.